Using the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Primer. I would recommend using a more mattifying primer for this step, just to prevent the makeup from sliding around. So I'm just going to apply it right where the glasses are going to sit, on the bridge of my nose and a little bit under my eyes. For this look, I'm going to be using the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Foundation. I have mine in the shade 11. I'm going for a lightweight, long-wear foundation such as this one to avoid smudges where your frames rest. And spread that around my face. I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown color corrector stick in the shade Bisque. If you have dark circles like me, I just like to go in with this before my concealer. Keeping the inner corner brighter will help when you're wearing glasses as well. Glasses can magnify under eye shadows, so I'm going in with a lighter concealer. This is the Hourglass concealer in the shade Silk. And I don't like to use a ton because I want to avoid caking. Just going in with the Hourglass concealer brush and blending that in. Now I'm going to set my concealer and my nose bridge with a finely milled powder. Some good options are the Huda Beauty powder, Easy Bake powder. I have mine in the shade Peach Pie. And also Givenchy Prism Leave powder. I have mine in the shade 03. So I am going to use the Huda Beauty one. I'm going to take some of my powder puff, but I'm going to take the excess off on my hand. I got just zoomed in. So I'm setting the areas where the glasses are going to go. This helps to lock everything in without it looking heavy. That's why it's important to use a finely milled powder. And your eyebrows are extra important when you're wearing glasses. You don't want them to be like super bold and overpower and compete with the lenses. So I would say let your brows complement the frames and don't overdo it. So for this, I'm going to use my Benefit brow setter. It's clear brow setter. I'm going to use that first and just comb my brows. I like over plucked certain parts, so they're kind of trying to grow back in right now. But anyway, I'm just going to let that dry for a second. While I'm letting that dry, let's do the base. I'm going to use my Kosas bronzer in Beachy. So I'm not doing like a heavy contour or anything. I'm just adding a little warmth to the face for a fresh, bright look. I'm going to keep the blush very subtle, so I'm using the M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow Blush in Baroque. I'm just going to place this mostly in this area right here. This is a very subtle blush, so it's not going to compete with the glasses. I love this blush. It's not talked about enough. It's very underrated. If you have not checked out M Cosmetics blush, I would highly recommend it, especially this color. Now back to my brows. I'm actually going to use a shade that's a little bit lighter than my brows. This is the e.l.f. Instant Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. So it's just a little bit lighter than my brows, but I don't want them competing with my lenses, so I'm just keeping them very subtle, but just enough to kind of define them a little bit. Brows are done. So for mascara, I would recommend using a lash curler to lift your lashes. And this is important because it'll avoid them hitting the lenses and smudging. I'll be using my Rephr eyelash curler. And I'm going to hold it there for 20 seconds to really get that lift. Be careful not to pinch your eyelash and be gentle with your eyelashes. Okay, so you can see how it is very lifted. For mascara, I'm using the Merit mascara today. And the reason I'm using this is because it's a very natural mascara. It's also a tubing mascara, so it will not flake or smudge, which is important when you have glasses on. You can also opt for a waterproof mascara if you're scared about it smudging. For eyes, I'm going to take the Kosas bronzer and just use this in the crease. So I'm adding depth without overwhelming the look. Now I'm going to tightline my upper lash line with the Chantecaille liner in the shade Earth. And I'm just going to add a pop of shimmer in the inner corner just to make it look a little brighter. Since the lenses do create like shadows under our eyes, it's important to keep it bright. So I'm going to use the Dior face palette. This is the Glow Face palette in 001 Universal. And I'm going to take these two shades right here and mix them together and just pop that in the inner corner. So it's creating a glow and brightening the inner corner a little bit. If your glasses are bold, then keep the lip a little bit more on the neutral side. So for today, I'm going to be wearing these glasses. So I'm going to go for a more neutral lip. If I were wearing something a little bit less bold, such as these glasses, these are my other glasses. I also have black frame ones too, but I wanted to show you a bold pair and then a subtle pair. So I'm going to use the bold pair. I'm going with a neutral lip. I'm going to be using the Jones Road lip liner in the shade Nudist. This is just like a neutral mid-tone brown. Just lightly contouring my lips. Smudging it in with my finger. These pencils are so creamy. It's so beautiful. I love them. I love Jones Road lip liners. I'm going to use my Sisley Fido Rouge Shine in the shade Sheer Nude. This is a beautiful color. And the combination of this with the Jones Road lip liner, just they go so well together. And I'm just going to take my MAC Fix Plus and set my face. Lastly, I just wanted to mention you can take a powder puff and just apply the powder straight to the little like pads right here, and that will also prevent it from slipping and sliding and disrupting your makeup underneath. And this is the final look with the glasses. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.